It always seems impossible until it's done. Namaskar, welcome to PT Pointers, and in this video, we will cover major headlines of the Hindu, Indian Express, and Press Information Bureau. So, without wasting any time, let's start today's discussion. And our first headline is related to floor test, which is a constitutional mechanism under which a chief minister can be asked to prove majority on the floor of the legislative assembly of the state by the governor, and this happens both in parliament and the state legislative assemblies. Our next headline is related to Uniform Civil Code, and recently Uttarakhand cabinet approved the final draft of the Uniform Civil Code without any changes. Now what is Uniform Civil Code? So friends, it aims to establish a uniform legal framework for all citizens regardless of their religion, and Article 44 of the Constitution highlights that state shall endeavor to secure for all citizens a uniform civil code throughout the territory of India. This provision is a part of the directive principle of state policy, and friends, Supreme Court has deliberated upon the UCC in several judgments but refused to issue any directive to the government since lawmaking falls within the exclusive domain of Parliament. And in its 1985 judgment in Shah Bano Begum case, the Supreme Court observed that it is the matter of regret that Article 44 has remained a dead letter and called for its implementation. Such demand was reiterated in subsequent cases such as Sarla Mudgal vs. Union of India 1995 and John Valla Mottam vs. Union of India 2003, among others. Our next headline is related to Danori Wetland, which is located in Uttar Pradesh, and it has been recognized as an important birding area by BirdLife International. And this wetland awaits protection under Ramsar Convention. And friends, Ramsar Convention on Wetlands is an international treaty that provides the framework for conservation of wetlands and their resources. It was adopted in the Iranian city of Ramsar in 1971 and it came into force in 1975, and India is also a signatory. Our next headline is related to National 𝐼𝐸𝐻𝐵 Fair, which was concluded recently. It was organized by Shri Puran Chandra Gupta Smarak Trust with support of the Ministry of Ayush at Jawaharlal Nehru Stadium in New Delhi. And this event saw a dynamic convergence of India's rich healing traditions encompassing Ayurveda, Yoga, Naturopathy, Unani, Siddha, and Homeopathy. Our next headline is related to VOOM Mitra, which is female robot astronaut. VOOM Mitra is a name derived from two Sanskrit words, namely VOOM, which means space, and Mitra, which means friend. It is equipped with capability to monitor modules' parameters, issue alerts, and execute life support operations. It can perform tasks such as operating 6 panels and responding to queries. Our next headline is related to INS Sandhayak, which was recently commissioned to Indian Navy. It is the first survey vessel large ship which is equipped with the state-of-the-art hydrographic equipment including deep and shallow water multi-beam echo sounders, autonomous underwater vehicle, remotely operated vehicle, side scan sonars, data acquisition and processing system, satellite-based positioning systems, and terrestrial survey equipment. It has an indigenous content of over 80% by cost, and friends, Sandhayak means the one who carries out special search. Now recently, India formally launched a unified payment interface at the iconic Eiffel Tower in Paris. And friends, UPI is India's mobile-based payment system which is developed by National Payment Corporation of India in 2016. It allows people to make round-the-clock payments through a virtual payment address created by the customer. It is a system that powers multiple bank accounts into a single mobile application of any participating bank, merging several banking features, seamless fund routing. Our next and last headline is related to World Cancer Day, which is observed on 4th February. And friends, cancer is a large group of diseases that can start in almost any organ or tissue of the body. When abnormal cells grow uncontrollably and go beyond their usual boundaries to invade adjoining parts of the body and spread to other organs, it is a major contributor to global mortality, causing about 1 in every 6 deaths, and it is affecting nearly every household. Globally, there were an estimated 20 million new cases of cancer and 9.7 million deaths from cancer as of 2022. And globally, the most common cancers are breast, lung, colon, rectum, and prostate cancer. In 2020, breast cancer was the most prevalent cancer globally, while lung cancer led to the highest number of deaths. So, with this, let's conclude our today's discussion. Thanks for listening, and for regular updates, you can follow us on various social media platforms.